You about the jobava London, which is a really good chess opening which you can use it in your chess match. This is gonna be a queen's pawn opening. Hello guys, how are you doing there? I'm gonna teach you the jobava London. It's a really good opening. This is also a queen's pawn opening, so you don't get in trouble with the really many openings. That's why I choose this to teach you as white. You also don't get into very complicated lines which you get into e4. Okay, let's get straight into the video. Starting off with d4, your opponent can either react with d5 or they can react with knight f6. This is the king's Indian. So let's see the d5 variation which you come across mostly. Now this is gonna be an ideal position, the jobava London, which is the knight here, your bishop here, and your another knight either here and pushing this pawn to get away, putting your bishop here. This is going to be an ideal position for the jobava London, and you're going to move the queen to castle on the queen side to start a massive attack in the king side if the castle is there. Okay, let's go back. Jobava London is not just a normal opening. I'm teaching you this because it does a lot of traps. First of all, this is the main trap. You might have seen this in a shorts. Let's see. So opponent's turn now. They're gonna develop the knight usually. We are gonna develop our bishop here. This doesn't seem like a real threat, but this is the threat. You don't see it because it's inverted. You don't know what I am talking about. It's just a freight lever attack inverted, which will usually be the bishop here, which will be the the white bishop in c4 and the knight on f3. We are usually inverting this attack, which sometimes they may not notice, and just develop this knight. This is a mistake. Now we can open our knight here. Now they cannot do anything. If they try to go rook here, we can separate it. And if they do some other random, we can do this also. But there is another best move here, which is to push this pawn. This might look like our attack as death, but no. There's going to be some fun and spicy lines here. Let's see. First of all, you can either take with a pawn, which opens it to some other crazy tricks, and you will be positionally better. But this is the line I'm gonna recommend you. So basically, now we are renewing the threat, which means still we are doing this threat. So he got to take it. Okay. After taking, we are gonna take with the pawn obviously, and they can go here or here. Let's see here. And now we have a really spicy and unexpected move. The opponent does not occur. This is queen into d5. Now the opponent thinks it's a free queen, and they are going to take, and we are going to take this pawn and 4. We can take the queen the next move. We are not just trading the piece. We have won 3 points, 3 pawns so far. You can even count it. Now they gotta be careful because this attack is over, but there are some middle game lines. Let me show you. Many people will play this. I have played it in the lower levels. For lower level like 800 elo, your opponent will be tilted and you might play this and you can just take it the knight. There are some other real moves. Your opponent definitely wants to target this pawn because it's really weak. So this, if your opponent just develops normally, you're not gonna castle here. You're gonna do this. This looks like a random look. Trust me, this is a really good. Now you are doing a threat for a discover attack, which can lead to discover attacks like this. If he does a random move, he does this and win his rook. And if he by mistake goes here to avoid the attack, he's gonna get forked. So it's a really hard position to get here. So our opponent might get frightened. He's gonna play this. This is because he wanted to target. But from now, we're just winning. So just push this pawn, or just you can do this. But I think this is more safe because he can also win our rook. So we just do this and just slowly trade all for pieces and win it. Okay, we have seen this variation of the jobava London. Now let's see the King's Indian version, and we will see the normal version where he doesn't fall for the trap, and let's see the middle game plan. Okay, now your opponent plays this move. Now you are gonna play this. This jobava London can even transpose like this. Queen's Cannon. This is the best move, best book move I think, but it's a Queen David, and this is not jobava London. It's also very theoretical, but we are here for jobava London. This is also going to be very solid. We are gonna play this. It's gonna play this. This is the King's Indian, and now we are gonna claim the center. Now your opponent can do two things. Can do this, which King's Indian players know. Whenever your opponent plays e4, you should play d6. Sometimes they can go like this. It's aggressive way. This is a really good way to respond to the jobava London because we have a really good trap in the jobava London now. If you are a King's Indian player, you should have done this instead of playing this move. Whenever I play this knight, you should have played this. This is for the King's Indian players. Okay, now look at this, and then I want to play definitely this. And now I want you to remember a really good trap. Yeah, I want to develop this vision. You can develop here or there. Okay, let's see. You're gonna develop there, and if they castle, you can do a thing, which is a really good attack. Just to push this one. Looks really random, but your opponent just randomly develops. You're gonna do this. If they take the knight, you're gonna sack him. This is a brilliant mechanic. Then you have a massive attack, taking the queen, bring all your pieces into a massive attack. There's also a trap here, which is really cool. Okay, now your opponent might play this, might not. They're gonna mostly play this. Now you're gonna develop this vision, as we already said. It's gonna develop. Now we have a really good. Push this one. This just seems like a normal. Okay. Now it looks like a really bad because we can take this. We are gonna take this. And our main idea was to castle here. Castling here means we are not gonna attack the king side. So this looks like a bad thing, but we have a really good plan. Now our opponent wants to get rid of the knight here to save it. Now we are gonna play this. This move makes a fork, but not only that. If he does some random thing, like let's say whatever he does, do this. We're not gonna take that. Second. So what to do this time? Your opponent If he does this, do this, and but he's not gonna do that. He's gonna try to protect this like this. It's a really good move, I would say. Now you're gonna still try to attack it by playing this on a mass attack. This is a really weak pawn you're gonna target. At some point he's gonna just be like move the rook. He can now move the rook. He can win a pawn here. But still push this. Now you're really good position here and you can probably win. This trap, as I already said, is gonna work against lower level play. But you are like intermediate player. You can just be solid, and as I said. So I'm doing a trap, which is just one trap. So you're not gonna be dependent on the trap. So I'm gonna teach you the main. Normally develop. They're on a castle. And you can either put your queen here and put your knight here and then castle on the queen side, because you do not have attack on the king side, because you have queen, you have the bishop pointing, you can even bring your knight. Okay, or else you can just have the normal attack. You're gonna break the center and play really good. This makes a choice you have to choose. This depends on what kind of player you are. So it's gonna be good either way. And now the d4 line. He's gonna play this. Instead of the king's Indian, we are already seen. I'm gonna teach another variation, which is when we put the bishop here and we place. This just also looks really normal, but we have a completely different and aggressive here. And this is why I also love the jobava line. This looks like we are gonna take the center in d4, but we are really gonna take it on g4. We want to expand on our screen side. Many players play this all night here, but most of them play actually e6. Now you're gonna do this attack. You gotta move back. You gotta do this. This also forces a move, which is to play this or this. Why? Because you are threatening to trap his bishop. If he makes a random move, you cannot go there. Bishop is trapped. So he has to play this. What if he plays this? We're not gonna push this. Don't just click off the video and just push this, because not here queen. This is a real threat, because if you see our king side has weakened really bad, and this pawn can be attacked. So don't do this. Just normally develop your piece. What's your we have two main goals there. Push this pawn and trade this bishop for that bishop. Many people will play, they also want an answer. We are going to trade this bishop. The queen, and sometimes they want to do things like this. You just pull your queen back and eventually kick out the knight. They will want to either trade the bishop. This is also a really good move they will play, but you're going to put your knight here or here. I would really recommend knight here. And when you could play knight, actually here is when you place this. You can play knight. As I said, you play knight here. If it takes, you can just. But many people is not going to take it, and they want to castle. And this specific variation, you are not going to castle. This seems literally crazy. As a castle there, now you can castle on the queen side. But if you hop on castles on the queen side, you cannot castle. Seems really dangerous. But it's not that hard. Okay. Now let's just take the bishop. I will show it a little bit more in the future. Now we have a really equal position by material, but in reality our pawns are way far advanced into his, not yet into his board, but see, his pawns are just, his A, B, C pawns are there and his F, G pawns are just in the starting line. Only the E, D pawn are advanced, which are the central pawns, and the H pawn has advanced just once. It's not a big deal. We are going to just attack his king still now, and we already have a really big pawn stop. So this is really easy. Jobava London against the French. I will do another jobava London video covering all of this. I'm going to just do the normal French. What do you mean by this? No, I always like to do e4. Then when they fail e5, I'm going to just take it. They take with the queen, which they do in the beginner lover. I will just play this. They take this pawn, this pawn. We got a normal game. We want to do this. If you are a beginner, you can just do a queen check unless it's gonna block us. So if you want to develop, you can develop. Or he can carry out his French plans, which I will cover. Jobava London mixed. This is not even in any Jobava London play. I got to 900 by playing this Fianchetto variation. This is actually overpowered. Okay, I play this whenever it's open play like this. This looks like a really bad move, but this is a really bad move. But this, many people play this. The idea is to attack con b4. No, this. This is going to be really annoying. It's going to be really annoying. You gotta play this. But I didn't really care about it. And in the road to 900 trip, you should do some opening principles which think you are breaking, like literally like this. I should play this, but if in the 900 region I play this and you take, I just don't care about it, just like because of this variation I play. Then I forget about the openings and doing some small maneuvers, which is the best move. You wouldn't understand, but I will push future winners and you will understand. We took here, I took here. I will recommend this variation, especially called beginners. It's an intermediate level. It can also work, but I don't know if it's very optimal. Now we are gonna just play this. Knight can really get here. It's gonna develop time. Eventually it's gonna push this one. We are on Fianchetto. That's it. Push the pawn. Not now, just want to do a massive center attack to also replace his bishop castle. Now if he pushes bishop is out, I will just this. Okay guys, I was trolling. Okay. Your castle here, strong center, and I don't know if it's a real opening, but still really works because it's not about your opponent breaking the center, it's about you breaking the center, and they probably never seen this variation. So you can just pull a knight back, you can put it in the center and trade it, do do something, opponents do this, they want to trade this, or you can go very classical, put your like this and just develop your rooks. Or I like to do a small attack like this. Oh my gosh, guys, sorry for this. Sorry for this. I'll just quickly go through. Okay, I wanna cut this part out. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry for that throw. Okay, whenever they do this, I like this small attack. They got a block with hook and hook. And one more thing I didn't address was this specific one. You thought we were only attacking this pawn in the first round. No, we are attacking this throughout the game. If you not to win just 1 point, and I will post a video about that, you can pretty much win the game whenever they play the normal level. They don't see it. Even at the intermediate level, sometimes they can slip on this. But I don't think they will do the hard ones. But still, yeah. It's a free pawn. Then just go here. Yeah, that's it. And there's also one more annoying thing they always do, which is this. Your bishop is pretty much trapped, so you can't do really anything. So I have a solution for this. Just push this pawn or that pawn, or just win this pawn. You guys don't understand what I do. I'll just show this before we develop this. Usually my opponents, few people do that, but I am not really doing it. But in the intermediate level, it's going to be really problem. So I do this now. This is the place we are going to get attacked. That will be in the night first. Do this. I guess you can even put your knight somewhere else. The opponent place this, play this. I was also scared of this for a minute, but don't be really scared of this. This also ruins your position, but still don't be scared of this. You can always do this thing. It's your really strong knight. She can get kicked back, but don't worry about it. It's not going to be a major matter. He also exposes king bit. You can put his king here, break the structure. That's easy. Yes. We have bishop it's aiming. Right. Normal though. Just put pressure. As. And if you don't want to castle here, because it's a bit broken, you can always castle here. And as we see, we are attacking this one. So whenever you do this, and sometimes you gotta do, because you guys may not understand this move because of one tactic, which is this piece. is going to be guarding this pawn forever. Forever. And if the queen joins in, the queen is going to guard this one, which means minus 8 pawn. He can only do this long range attack, which means do this to trade this bishop off and also get it tired this way. Because we are gonna castle here, we gotta prevent it. And if we ever castle here, he's gonna have a really good attack. This is also a great one, but no. We are doing a lot of threats here, so you gotta do things like this. You gotta do a lot of things. We're doing this, add more pressure with our rooks. So that's it for this video. If you are watching this video, thanks for watching. This is my first YouTube video. Please support me by liking the video and subscribe. I will do the chess content, and I think I'm going to be really useful. Please just hear me, because I am not a grandmaster. I am just a normal 1100 dude. If you are 800 and you are 1100 like me, I can help you improve even though I am not a grandmaster. Because I am same level, I can help you really improve. I am still your level and I improve gradually, and I will also help you improve gradually. If we were at the same level, it's easier to make you improve myself.